Reincarnation of what? Gone generals. They are living beings carrying the crowns of the gone generals. There are no generals that die that the vacancy isn't there. Every crown of that kingdom given to man and manifested to the brim shall be reincarnated in order to continue the project of God from a different family, from a different country, and from a different place. Let me bring it to our notice that it was Elijah that stood the ground of fire, for God is the God of fire. God is the God of consuming fire. That was took to heaven alive with body and spirits. That is why when it was time for Jesus to be born and to the flesh of man, Elijah came back in form of John the Baptist before him, and they embraced themselves while in the belly of the two very powerful woman and mother of them. And after the birth of John the Baptist, the call began. He begins to announce and pronounce the words of him. The announcement begins in his 30s. And the trainings and the strange life of him begins when he was small. Is it not because he is one of him that was taken to heaven and that was what? Purify the one of fire. Call Elijah and you see fire. Is it not until John the Baptist died that the appearance of Moses and Elijah happened in the mountain? What do you think? In his life, he was still curious. Are you the one we are waiting for, or should we look for another? But when his head was taken by the Herodians, after days and weeks, the time of the manifestation came, and he appeared with Moses on the mountain before Peter and James and John. If he was alive, do you think that he will appear? For he came back to fulfill and clear road for the Messiah. He was promised to us that he shall come back again. And he did, and cleared the road for our salvation. And the glory after his death came. He appeared before Jesus and Moses and passed the information thy father have for the son, and they encouraged him and counseled him that he should carry on with the cross he used to pay. Many of us are carrying the crown of the generals, of the gone generals. You are carrying the crown. You are wearing the crown of the gone generals, and you don't know. Some die prematurely, and when they die, they will begin to prophesy. They will begin to explain. They will begin to give things that they did not know in the time when they are alive. And you will ask yourself, why are they saying it now? Because in their time when they are alive, people are meant to hate them. Until the time of manifestation starts. But if they are not treading on the right path, they might end badly. I always say and I always pray, let us enjoy the blessings of God while living in advance in earth and fulfill the rest in heaven. Many people are carrying the crowns of generals and you don't know. Why will you pray for others and it come to pass? But when you ask for yours, you will not get it. Is he not telling you something? You see for people, but you don't see for yourself. You solve problem, but you cannot solve your own. For the time of that prize, for the time of that reproach have not been ripe for it to be taken away from you. You can only move forward when you keep on solving in pain of your own unsolved problem. We are the generous. Where are the generous? Every life living on earth has a call, either for good or for bad. but all to the glory of God. Devil is for the glory of God. God is for the glory of himself. If there is no need for Lucifer, if there is no need for Satan, if there is no need for the accuser, he would have destroyed him when he disobeyed in heaven. But there is a need for him in the project of God. That is why he left him, for him to do all he has raised and grown in his heart as a betrayer. It is left for us not to be deceived, for him himself has made choice for himself. But we are yet to. We are the generous. You should know your own core line and fill in the space and begin to manifest, not when you die and your light is off, the glory will start. But the impact and the reason of your appearance was not known and has not been established. And you'll be there crying for you to return back and fulfill the call of destiny. Nobody can do it the way you will do it. For you have been ordained and be chosen to fulfill it in a way that it will please God. Stop asking much questions when you see no answer coming. Stop knocking on doors when the doors are not opening. All you need to do is invest on that you see yourself being good at, and watch what will happen. When you knock on doors and it's not opening, don't remain there. When you ask for a particular thing to God and it's not coming to pass, don't keep asking the same thing. Change it to something else. He is telling you it is not yet time. It is telling you forget about it. Solve the problem of others. By doing that, then I will consider you. Why do we use the iron sponge to scratch and wash things that are so hard and difficult to remove? Why do you think it's so? There are so many sponges, they are not iron made. But why is this called iron sponge? Every home have one to wash some stubborn things that refuse to leave the pot or the plates. We beings are like that. There are some beings that are meant to wash people's problem out. There are some destiny that are made in order to scratch all those problems, in order to solve that impossible problem that man mainly cannot solve. It is by using you as the iron sponge that is when such problem could be solved. Don't dwell on solving your own, for your own could be solved when you solve others. Don't dwell in meditating on your failure, your downfall. Don't dwell in meditating on it. It will only eat you down, and you will end up in fear and agony, and the rest will become a story. No man is in charge of any man's destiny, but you might have a role to play in their life, but you are never in charge of it. Never allow any man to off the lights that he never on from the beginning. Who tell you that you are going to die and you are shivering? Is he your God? Did he knows when you are to come? Did he know when you are born? He only know you when he met you. Your parents only know you when you are being born to them and then gave you a name. They don't even know who you are. So if they maltreat you because you are a general, take it to heart. Grind it with mercy and compassion and get the best out of it, not hatred. Get the best out of it, not hatred. Work on yourself and build others, for you are a builder. You are not a laborer. You are not the one that will sit and eat things that is not being made by him. You are meant to get things by yourself. When you handle people things, it works fine. When you step into a place where there is no hope, hope comes. It is telling you that you can stand on your own. You're not meant to stay on people. Wherever you enter, you become a threat to anything. Without any reason, they will hate you for no reason. Everybody will testify for evil. Only you and your conscience know you are pure because you are a general. The devil is looking for a little weakness as self-pity to take you down. They are not your life. This is the core of the accuser, to drag down of the generals. We are generals. You are general. Start now to view on all those dreams you used to have through your childhood. Those things you see yourself doing without you knowing what you are doing. Now you can reason it out for you, an adult. What is that you are omitting? What is that you are omitting? Start doing it. Don't imagine how to make it perfect from the beginning. Start from scratch. We are good testimonials when the milk has been split. Don't allow your milk to be split. For anything after it is a waste. Treasure your milk and make the best out of it. Bless the earth. Bless Nigeria. Bless the world. Happy independence. I mean, being free from the bondage of darkness. If you have made God your celebrity, if you're a celebrity and you do not have a celebrant in your life, like God, as God, then all you have achieved is vanity. The only one that will be your shade and that will be your hope when there is time for it is God. Stop dwelling in people's history. Make yours. I might sound so harsh and mean, but it's for a purpose. People that know me say, why is your face serious? I was made so. I was destined like that. I did not tell God to make me the way I am. If I am not meant like that, if I am not like this you are seeing me now, you will not get the information I am passing right now. Stop dwelling in your past. Your future is more interested in you than your past. Cry no more. Invest in that you are good at. School is not everything. Get a skill and learn. And if must, then visit back to school. First of all, get a skill and learn. Thank you. You can find me in YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Follow me and share. Many persons, nations need this message. Some destinies are like this. You are not an ordinary sponge, but an iron sponge that the water cannot destroy. Don't allow the dirtiness of earth, of water. Don't allow, for if this iron sponge is left inside a water, I give it 1 week. If it will last, it will destroy. Always, whenever you wash, whenever you use your destiny to help others, always raise yourself out of the trash, out of the problem you solved, so that you can be strong to fulfill and reach your destination. I pray that the Lord Almighty, the Trinity in one God, will continue to bless us. Every independence, as I have observed, the sky will always cry. Blessing. So we believe there is hope for our country. May God himself beautify Nigeria, beautify its content, and may our country become modern what it has been before. Please don't lose hope in this hard time. Keep on doing the little you could do just to feed yourself. Feeding alone is very, very important. If you can only provide bread for yourself, it is a great achievement. Don't compare yourself with anybody. Your destiny and the prize you are carrying, it is never the same. If they are the same, why all stones are not the same? Why is it all sand and not the same? Don't kill yourself for nothing. Nothing is worth dying for. Your soul is more preserving. Love you all.